The U.S. is sending reinforcements to Asia to reassure its allies and deter its adversaries. And Reddit CEO is standing by a plan to charge third parties for access to the company's data. Good morning. I'm Corva Coleman from NPR News, and here are today's top stories. A federal grand jury has indicted Massachusetts Air National Guardsman Jack Teixeira on 6 counts. He's accused of leaking secret Pentagon documents online for months. Teixeira is jailed in Massachusetts. His lawyers say he has no criminal history and should be released on bond. Prosecutors disagree. They say he could flee to another country. A U.S. nuclear-powered submarine has docked in South Korea. This comes a day after North Korea test-fired 2 ballistic missiles. NPR's Anthony Kuhn reports the U.S. is sending more military hardware to Asia to reassure its allies and deter its adversaries.
The USS Michigan arrived in the port of Busan Friday, the first U.S. nuclear-powered guided missile sub to visit in 6 years. South Korea's defense ministry said the U.S. and South Korean navies will conduct joint drills during the visit. The vessel is capable of carrying over 150 Tomahawk cruise missiles. It's not clear if it is carrying any on this trip. Washington formalized its commitment to temporarily deploy such weapons at a bilateral summit in Washington in April. The sub's visit also follows North Korea's failed attempt last month to launch its first military reconnaissance satellite. South Korea said Friday it had salvaged what appears to be the rocket's second stage from the sea. Anthony Kuhn, NPR News, Seoul.
UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres is warning of disaster unless world governments work very hard to reduce global warming.
Current policies are taking the world to a 2.8-degree temperature rise by the end of the century. That spells catastrophe, yet the collective response remains pitiful.
The UN chief says a lower rise in global temperatures is still possible if governments speed up their climate plans. He also told the fossil fuel industry it must transform away from a product that's not compatible with human survival. The CEO of social media site Reddit is defending a new plan to charge third parties for access to the company's data. As NPR's Bobby Allen reports, the move prompted a 2-day boycott on the popular message board, with thousands of discussion forums going dark in protest.
Reddit's chief executive Steve Huffman tells NPR, quote, "It's time we grow up and behave like an adult company." Huffman is referring to his plan to start charging third-party developers for access to Reddit data, which has long been free.
We've been subsidizing other businesses for free for a long time. We're stopping that. That is not a negotiable point. It's just we are simply in an unsustainable position, and so we need to get into a sustainable situation.
Later this year, Reddit is expected to list its shares on public stock markets. Huffman says the new fees are not a message to investors, but rather a pushback against AI companies that have been scraping conversations on Reddit to teach language bots how to communicate. Bobby Allen, NPR News.
And you're listening to NPR News from Washington.